Hi, grade 12. Let's go and look at some questions under this number 25. You can see we just want to go and work out this June, Eastern Cape, June 2024, number 25. You see number 25, it's the one that we're going to work with now. We're given that they say in the diagram alongside, A, B, C, and D are points on the circumference, as we can see there. Of course, okay? Of course. Now, PC and QC are drawn. PC and QC are drawn from what? From P and Q respectively, as we can see, and intersect each other where at C, which is this is the point of intersection. QP is joined, as we can see, QP is joined, and we've got the lines which are parallel, DB parallel to PQ, DB parallel to PQ. So we're given that QB equals to BC equals to 5 BC. QB equals to 5 BC. So what can we do with that information? We can go and update here. How so? Let's see. We can make QB over BC subject of the formula. This will be 5 over 1. 5 over 1, meaning that where there's QB will be 5x. This is it. And BC will be x. That will also help us to determine PT, which will be what? PT will be 5y, and TC will be y. Because we can see that the lines here, QP parallel to BT. So because they are parallel, you can think of a proportional theorem, okay? So what's the question here? The first one, they say we need to prove that CT, where's CT? CT over PC, it's 1 over 6. We're done with that one. You'll see how. All right, this is question number question number 25. This is question number 25, so we'll work with 25.1. Now let's do this. Let's say having cube, let's have QB, which is equals to having QB, which is equals to 5 BC. We can have QB over BC. This will be 5 over 1. So that will be 5 over 1. So we'll say BC over QC will be equals to TC over PC, because here we've got prop theorem, and having proportional theorem, we can conclude that QP parallel to BT. So TC will be TC over PC will be equals to TC will be, okay, BC will be 1 over 6 as we conclude. 1 over 6 as we conclude. For 3 marks, you can do this. If you want to play around, you can start here. You'll say BC, it's X over QC, it's 5, it's 6X. And this surely, as you play around, will be TC over BE over PC, and that will definitely be 1 over 6. If you want to play around, this is the story. Okay, we are done with 25.1. Let's move on to 25.2. Now we need to prove that this triangle, we need to prove that QAC, we need to prove that QAC we need to prove that QAC it's similar to QBD. We need to prove that it's similar to this one. Then what can we do? We can see that Q is common, but we can as well specify. So let's say A angle QC is common. It's common. But we have this one that, okay, angle C should be equals to angle D because of angle subtended. by same arc. Angles subtended by same arc. So the last one will be that the last one will be Q angle A C should be equals to Q angle B D. This will be third angle of triangle. Third angle of triangle. Then from there, you can conclude that indeed you've managed to prove that Q angle AC similar to triangle Q angle BG because of angle, angle, and angle. That's it. Okay? And that's it. That's it. Now let's move on to the challenging one. Okay, or let's move on to the challenging one. The challenging one is this one, the last one. 25.3. They say here we need to prove that we need to prove that QD multiplied by QA equals to 30 BC squared. So let's firstly start with the proportion. Let's derive the proportion first. We're going to say QA over QA over QB equals to AC over BD, and lastly that will be equals to QC over QD. Okay. So I see that according to the question, so far what we have is QD, QA, that's what we have. So meaning that we're going to use this one and also this. For now, let's have this QA over, don't forget to write the reason here, similarity. So QA over QB equals to QC over QD. So let me cross multiply here. we're going to have QA or QD multiplied by QA equals to QC multiplied by QB. So we need to find a way to take this or substitute this by this. We need to find a way to substitute this. Okay? We need to find a way to substitute that. So let's see. QC at QB, where are you? Okay, QC and QB. Okay, QC and QB. Okay, where there's QB, we can replace by 5. Let's take it from... Okay. By the way, this is what we are given so far. Okay? So, meaning that where there's QB, we can replace by 5 BC. Let's do that for now. Okay, so we'll say QD multiplied by QA equals to QC, and QC is 6. Okay, for now let's have this QC multiplied by QB, it's what? It's 5 BC. 5 BC. This is what we have so far. Meaning that this, for us to have 30 BC squared, QC must be 6 BC. 6 BC. So where do we get 6 BC? Let's see. All right, let's do this. Let's say QB plus BC equals to QC. Let's see this. What are we going to have here? Okay. What's gonna be QB? QB, it's 5 BC plus BC equals to QC. Then at last QC is 6 BC. So we're done, ladies and gents. Let's finish this. We'll say QD multiplied by QA equals to, where there's QC, will replace by 6 BC multiplied by 5 BC Then at last, this will be QD multiplied by QA will surely be 30 BC square. And that's that. This is nice. Don't forget to subscribe, leave your comment down below, and also share the video. Guys, I love you all. I think you would have enjoyed my work from this one until here. So until we meet again next time, guys, love you all. Bye.